Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. How are you all today? Unmute,
We're all well.
unmute, and
All
share
good?
your. All good?
I'm very well off.
Very well off. Good. In his book, our late President, Missile Man of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, said, if you all want to achieve something in your life, then do it on a mission mode. Similarly, we all are guided by the mission statement of a club. A club is a place which provides a supportive and positive learning experience in which its members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. Let's give it again. To make this mission a success, like a missile on a mission, it must be programmed by some rules. Similarly, to keep a good quality of a meeting, a Toastmasters meeting is also governed by some rules. Here are some for you. Number one, always keep your mic on muted unless you're asked to open it. Unmute it. Keep your camera open. Let's have an interactive session. If you have to step out for any personal reason, you can put the blinder on and get your stuff done and come back again. If need be, if you need to put any message, important message, put it on the chat. But when a speaker is giving his or her speech, kindly refrain from doing it. You can show your reaction by an emoji. And uh, the crosstalk and crosswalk doesn't apply here as it is an online meeting. Explicitly, Toastmaster does not refrain you from talking on sensitive topics. But as we can see, the world is warming with different conflicts and climate change. Why not keep our meeting's climate cool by not touching sensitive topics like sex, religion, and gender or politics, as it might hurt people's sentiment? With this, I would like to hand over the stage to the man of honor, the presiding officer, Toastmaster Punish Sharma. Maybe please give a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Shubham, for opening this meeting with this high note and laying down the guidelines and rules so perfectly. Now, I, Puneet Sharma, welcome you all into the meeting number 778 of Lucas Toastmasters, and the meeting is officially open. Before we move ahead, we would like to take the introduction of our guests into the meeting. So, firstly, I would like to acknowledge the presence of two of our guests, that is Toastmaster Shubham and Toastmaster Pura. Toastmaster Shubham comes from East Delhi Toastmasters Club, and as he served as Sergeant at Arms also. Now, next is Toastmaster Puran. He comes from Toastmaster Club of Dwarka. So, I would like to invite you, sir. Could you please unmute yourself and give a little bit of introduction of yours? Then we can move to Subham. We cannot hear you. I believe audio is not working.
Hello.
Yes, it's fine.
Neat. So my name is Puran and I am from Toastmaster Club of Dwarka, and currently I live in Delhi, and I have been working for around more than 10 years in accounts profession. So that's my introduction, and I would love to interact with this session. Thank you, Puneet.
Thank you so much for this introduction. Now, Toastmaster Shubham, as we heard you, but now it's time for you to introduce a bit to the club.
Uh, hey, once again, Toastmaster Shubham this side from your fellow East Delhi Toastmasters Club. By education, I'm an advocate, currently involved in my own business, and I look forward to this beautiful club and its meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. And I would like to share one important update that our district conference is going on. That is from 22 to 24 at Gurgaon, Lee Meridian. So if you are here, it means you were not attending that meeting. So I believe it is a great experience. In the next time, if you get any, if you want to experience outside what happens outside Toastmaster Club meeting, you should attend these type of conferences, the special events, the contest, and other things to offer in Toastmasters fraternity. So if you have missed that, that's totally fine. But next time, if you get any chance, please attend. And you online meetings is, like, I would say, physical meetings are way better than online meetings. But this is for the convenience. We are having online meetings, but that cannot match the aura if we meet the people physically face to face and get to know them. So these kind of events, trainings, and conferences are the opportunity to connect with people, and that is the third important aspect of Toastmasters. So first is communication, second is leadership, and third is networking. So in these kind of events, you do the networking, and you get the third offering from Toastmasters. So by this note, it's time to move on and invite someone who is going to take this meeting forward. So he is the person who I can say is epitome of experience, knowledge, and wisdom, and he is I would say the oldest member, founder member of this club. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our Toastmaster of the day of today's meeting, distinguished Toastmaster Soren, with a huge round of applause.
Good morning, everybody. I was not there right at the beginning because, as usual, I had a small thing to do, but I did take the permission of our president to be away for those few moments. So, my name is Sourindra, and today, as usual, I have a topic or a theme of this meeting, which, if you had seen, you would ask, what is this bloke talking about? Chennai railway station and then Idli. But truly, when I was based in Chennai many, many years back, this is a story which was related to me, and I have seen this happen. And I thought this was something which I would like to talk to all of you because it's very close to my heart. And I'm part of that small organization which we are trying to do something. Let me start this by asking you, how many of you have been to the Chennai Egmore Central Railway Station? One? Okay. And what time did you go there, Toastmaster Puneet?
It was in summer only, like May or something. But I did not stay there. I was traveling to Bangalore, so stayed like the train stop for a lot of minutes. So I just roaming in the station. That's what I.
What time of the day or night were you there?
It was around afternoon 3 to
Okay.
4.
Right. If you were only about 12 hours ahead or behind, you would have noticed at around 3 a.m. in the dawn, people were all sleeping on the platform, and in the middle sat an elderly man, around 78 years old. He wore a white dhoti, or veshti as they call it, around the top of that. And in his hand, he would be carrying a bamboo basket, and the basket would be full of steaming idlis. And he would go about on the platforms saying, idli, hot idli, 1 rupee, just 1 rupee. But then nobody would buy it. It was around 1999, about a year and a half before I left Chennai. And he would go about telling people that you don't even get candy for 1 rupee. At least people would laugh. They would call him mad. That is when the story began for me. My friend Arvind used to work in an IT company and would do the night shifts. One night, as you all know, Chennai is a very warm place. And even at night with his AC on, he would, while coming back home late at night, he would be hungry. And all the shops in those days would be closed at Egmore after about 8:39. But then he suddenly thought, why not get down at the station, go to a stall and eat something? And as he was walking across, he saw a place where it said Idlis 50 rupees. And that's exactly when he noticed this old man. This old man had a basket with about 100 idlis on them, but there were no customers around him. The old man was looking depressed. His eyes were slightly moist. That is when Arvind walked over to him and he said, Anna, which is old man or grandpa, idli for 1 rupee? Won't you incur a loss? The old man smiled. And then he said, son, not a loss. It's a profit. Arvind looked at him and he said, how, Anna? This is rice prices, gas prices. 1 idli costs at least, production-wise, 5 rupees. And you're selling it for 1 rupee. Well, friends, I'll continue, but just wanted to tell you that this meeting is in 3 sections. The first one will be a prepared speech section where the speaker would have prepared his speech as per the pathways instructions. This will be followed by the section which all of us look forward to, which is the table topic section. And then the section which will be conducted by a Toastmaster who today is, if I'm not wrong, Puneet, sorry, I beg your pardon, Puran Singh. And then the last section, which is the most important section of Toastmasters meeting, which is the evaluation section, which will be conducted by our immediate past president, Toastmaster Ria. Since Ria had just got married, I don't know whether she still carries the surname of Anand or has she imbibed the new surname of Rishabh, her lovely husband. I did remember the right name, right, Rishabh?
Yes,
Yes,
sir, you're right.
right. Okay. So she's going to do that. And I think this is an opportune moment for her to introduce what she's going to do in this section and her teammates who are going to help her in doing the evaluations. So over to you, Ria.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sourindra, and I still continue to use Anand as my surname. But welcome all, and today I'll be the general evaluator of the meeting. As the name suggests, I'll be evaluating the meeting generally on different parameters, timing, our counters, grammar, as well as on what we did good, what we can improve upon in the upcoming meetings. In this evaluation, I'm not alone. I'll be supported by my team, which includes speech evaluators, who today would be Toastmaster Puneet, and the tag team. For the tag team, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Rishabh to introduce his role to the team. Over to you, Toastmaster Rishabh.
Yeah, hi everyone, my fellow dear Toastmasters and guests. So today I will be taking the role of timer, and with this role, my job is to support each speaker by giving timing related cues. So when I show the green screen, it's time to wrap up. Uh, with a yellow screen, it's time to prepare to close, and with the red, it's an indication to stop. And so I'll be uh, noting down the times for prepared speeches, which is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I'll be showing the green screen, 6 minutes yellow screen, and 7 minutes red screen. For table topic, the time is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll be showing the green screen, 1.5 minute yellow screen, and 2 minutes red screen. Uh, for for evaluations, time is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll be showing the green screen, 2.5 minute yellow, and 3 minutes red screen. So yeah, very all the best to all the speakers, and for the speeches, and yeah, I'll share my evaluation report at the end of the meeting. And over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you
Thank you,
so much, sir.
Toastmaster.
Yeah, go
Thank
ahead,
you so
please.
much, Toastmaster Rishabh. And could you just confirm if you will do so by the change of backgrounds?
Uh, I'll share my screen, and I have the presentation in which I have all the cards.
Okay, so for convenience of the speakers on stage, what we'll do is that you have the screen shared before the speaker starts, and you change the screen only when the time comes closer to 5, 6, and 7. What happens with that? As soon as suddenly a screen pops up on the screen, there is a certain discomfort with a lot of speakers that is usually seen. Okay, so what we'll do is you'll share your screen before the speaker starts speaking. Is that okay, Toastmaster Rishabh?
Yeah, that is fine. Yeah, yeah, sure,
Okay. Yeah, we can have a gray screen until it turns 5 minutes.
sure, yeah. I'll
Okay,
start
thank
my
you so
screen.
much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rishabh. And we have Toastmaster Shubham Chopra, who has volunteered to take up the role of accountant. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Shubham, first of all, for taking up the role. And I hand over the stage to you to tell us what you will be doing in this role.
Thank you once again. Yeah, somebody wanted to add something? Okay, no. Yeah, so the role of an accountant is very simple. Just imagine you are going to a railway station and your luggage is stuck in the scanning machine, and then suddenly the CRPF officer appears and you try to explain them, sir, mm, this is my bag and nothing suspicious I am carrying in this. And then the CRPF officer takes count of the wrong usages of the words. So CRPF is nothing but an acronym which I found in the script of accounting script, accounter script. C stands for crutch words, R stands for repetitives, and PF stands not for your provident fund but pause fillers. So crutch words are those kind of words which you rely on to get your message across. For example, for watching clearly, I am using these crutches on my eyes. And similarly, in our languages, in our language usage, we use some words like so, and, but, they, these kind of words, which does not add much value, but only work as a crutch. And then R. R is for repetitives. These are those kind of words which we repeat unknowingly. We might have imbibed them from somebody else. We might have got into our subconscious by trying to shadow or to learn from somebody else. But these also does not add any iota of value by just repeating one or two words again and again. And PF, pause fillers, the holy grail of an R counting, because pause is to be taken if you want to get your message across, and if you fill it with some sounds like I think, oh, something like this. So it should be substituted with a pause. It should not be filled with these sounds. So once again, CRPF, crutch words, repetitives, and pause fillers. Cool. With this, I will be back with my report again called up by General Evaluator. Over to you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shubham. This is a new CRPF definition that all of us will take back with us from today's meeting. And really, thank you for that unique explanation of your role. So, that is about the tag team for today, and we'll be back in the evaluation section when called upon by the Toastmaster of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster Shaurendra.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Priya, that was very well explained. I'll be going back to my story. The old man, when Arvind asked him, what is he going to make, and he's going to lose money if he's selling the idlis at 1 rupee. The old man closed the basket and then said, let me tell you a story. 1975, I was around 25. I was a railway porter at this Egmore station, and my monthly salary was rupees 100. One day, it was raining very heavily, and there was no work. The trains were suspended because the railway lines were submerged in flooded water. There was no money. So for 3 days, I was starving. I almost fainted on a bench at the station. That's when a woman who sold idlis on the platform for rupees 1. She lifted me, sparkled some water, fed me 4 idlis. And she didn't ask for money, and suddenly vanished. I cried, said I had no money. When she got back again and told me, son, I too once starved. Someone fed me that day. I took a vow. Till I die, I will sell idlis for rupee 1 for the hungry who have not been able to eat. But you can also promise, when you grow big, feed someone hungry like this. Hearing this, the old man wiped his tears. This lady passed away in 1995. Before dying, she held the old man's hand and asked, will you keep your promise? And the old man said, yes, I will. So after that, I suddenly got some railway contracts. He started earning well. He had 3 houses, 2 children who were both in America. But from 1995 till that day, every morning at 3 a.m., the old man would carry 100 idlis, 1 rupee each, and to the Egmore station. That was 30 years. My friend Arvind had goosebumps. But then, friends, let's interrupt the story and request our prepared speaker of the day, Toastmaster Shubham Chopra, to come forward to deliver his speech. However, before that, I will request his evaluator, which is Puneet, to kindly outline the Pathways project and objectives of the speech. Puneet, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, Speaker Toastmaster Shubham is going to attempt Level 3 Project 1 of the Path Dynamic Leadership. And the project is negotiate the best outcome. And the purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different type of negotiation and the strategies that can be used when negotiating. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspects of the past or future negotiations in his or her life. Timer, please note the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes and the speech title is The Gentle Art of Getting What You Want. So that's it. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. May I request the timer to please put down the timer card, which has been put up since we would like to see Shubham on the screen. There you are, Shubham. I just want you to please readjust your camera so that your face can be seen. Yeah, there you are. We are fine now. Okay, can I do audio and video check?
Today is a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful day.
Wonderful. You're absolutely audible and very handsome in that dress of yours. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, upcoming the prepared speech of the day, Toastmaster Shubham Chopra. Speech topic is the gentle art of getting what you want. The gentle art of getting what you want. Toastmaster Shubham Chopra.
Think of an incentive which the other person might not have thought of, and then try to meet it. Said by Larry Ellison, Oracle co-founder. In 1918, a study conducted by Carnegie Institute stated that success at your work, 85% of it is result of your communication, leadership and negotiation skills, and only 15% is your hard or technical skills. 85 to 15. But like most of us, I was never taught how to negotiate. In 2025, on a bright Friday morning, marked my 5th anniversary at work. I was content, almost content, but there was this one thing which used to bother me, and that was how we used to store our customer information in file and folders in an iron cabinet. Imagine a 5-feet iron cabinet stacked of 5 rows and each filled with 100 plus files. If you need to look up for a file, you must open the drawer and use your fingers and hand, all manual maneuvering. That day, I was going through that cabinet, and after spending like 7 minutes looking through the files, I realized through my hand gestures, was I playing harmonium? There was no sound to hear, but only dust to bear. It was very frustrating, and that frustration didn't end there. My team was also dependent on that very system. You know, in classic office culture, don't touch it until it's broken. And at that moment, I decided this needs to go and has to be upgraded with a digital one. Things which should take only 4 to 5 minutes were taking 15 to 20 minutes, 4 times the average. So I scheduled a meeting with my seniors and how it went. And this is how it went. Hey senior, we are facing this problem and we are wasting our precious time or looking for files via fingers and our hand. And this needs to be upgraded ASAP. Do you have any timeline? Could you please give me a timeline? Shubham, don't worry. Things will upgrade in right time. Could you please give me a timeline? No, as of now we don't have any. And listening to that, I got up and I left the room. Then came the next day and a realization that this was my very first negotiation, and honestly I thought it might backfire. Raise your hand if you've ever been through such a situation on your own in your organization. So yes, thank you. This incident taught me a lot of things. And then through this project, I learned about the art of negotiation and how So while going through this project, I realized and I learned the 3 mistakes I used to make. Number 1, I used to only see from my own point of view, not taking into consideration what the other party wants. Number 2, listen only to reply with a winning argument, not listening actively. And number 3, the classic fight or flight approach. I used to push my agenda aggressively. If things didn't go through the crack, I used to quietly withdraw. And by going through this project, I learned few negotiation strategies which you can also try in your life. Number 1, first 5 minutes in your negotiation, set the tone by disclosing the data and important information. Number 2, be objective and impersonal. The person with whom you are dealing with might have a different thinking style. So please be respectful and objective. Number 3, show genuine appreciation as they are giving their own time, attention and life. So they also deserve appreciation. Number 4, focus on the common interest. As in the negotiation, you have to find a way through. And number 5, and the most crucial one, take a break to collect your thoughts and maintain your composure, as it might give you clarity whether to continue with the negotiation or walk away completely. With these tools in arsenal, again, I scheduled a meeting with the seniors, and then it went like this. Morning senior, how are you? Do you know, I love my organization, I love my work, and I love my team. But there is this one thing which is holding us back, and that is how we are storing our customer information in this iron cabinet. This needs to be upgraded with a digital one. Shubham, could you please explain, did you do your homework? Yes sir, sure. Supposedly, we are spending 20 minutes in looking up for a file and we do it 5 times a day. It makes it 100 minutes in a day. And if we work for 300 days in a year, it becomes 30,000 minutes. And if you boil it down, it becomes 500 hours. And if you boil it down to the days, it becomes 21 days. 3 weeks worth of precious business time we are only using just to look for files and folders in an iron cabinet which can be substituted with a digital one and which can cut short this time one fourth. And that time which we save, we can use to count money or make reports. With this, my boss said, "Thank you, and we'll get back to you in 2 weeks." To my surprise, we were looking vendors and we finalized one vendor in a week only. A win win situation. So, my dear friends, negotiation is everywhere in your life. In your office, you negotiate your ideas, your salaries, your projects. In Toastmasters, we negotiate roles and participation with each other. And in life, we negotiate our relations. So keep these strategies in mind. And if you cannot remember each and everything, just remember this one quote by John F. Kennedy in 1961. Let us never negotiate out of fear, and let us never fear to negotiate. Because negotiation in life, my dear leaders, is not something you force your way through. It is something. It is the gentle art of getting what you want. Over to the Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shubham. That was a wonderful story and brought me back to my working days when such negotiations were so important for our organization growth as well as our own growth. Thank you very much for a wonderful speech.
Thank you.
I'll bring you back to my Idli story. Arvind, who had goosebumps when he first heard about this, told me that he then asked Grandpa that every time he was selling the idli at 1 rupee with a manufacturing cost of 500 rupees, of 5 rupees idli, would mean a loss of about 400 rupees daily, which turns out, as an IT man, he immediately calculated and said it means for 12,000 rupees a month, which works out to about 1.5 lakh per year. And so this last 30 years, Grandpa would have lost about 45 lakhs. That was a stunning amount. Grandpa smiled and he said, "Son, by money, it's a loss, but by heart, it's a profit. In 30 years, how many people have I fed? It's approximately 10 lakh idlis, 10 lakh stomachs, 10 lakh blessings. How many crores is that worth?" Arvind looked at Grandpa and really started thinking. Just then, a boy ran in, torn shirt, about 12 years old, and he came to Grandpa and said, "Grandpa, idli, I haven't eaten for a few days. My mother is in hospital and I don't have any money." The old man placed 4 idlis on a leaf, poured some chutney, and said, "Son, eat it slowly." The boy ate and he started crying. And then he slowly said, "Grandpa, can I pay for this tomorrow?" Grandpa smiled and said, "No need. When you grow up, feed another hungry person. That's enough. That is the payment you can make." The boy fell at his feet and said, "I promise. I promise, Grandpa. I too will sell idlis for 1 rupee." At that, Arvind took out 1,000 rupees from his wallet and offered it to Grandpa. Grandpa, please, I'll buy all the idlis in the basket. Old man smiled and said, there are not enough for selling to one person. They are for the hungry. If you are hungry, take one idli, put 1 rupee, and that's enough. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll take a small break and request you to now concentrate on the second section of our meeting that will be led by our table topic master of the day, which is none other than our guest today, and that is Toastmaster Puran Singh. Toastmaster Puran, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Sourindra. So today it's time for table topic session. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. My name is Puran, and today I am playing the topic master. Table topic master is a person who can conduct the table topic session, which is one of the most important and interesting session of every Toastmasters meeting. This is the session where we speak without any preparation. We think on our feet and we discover inside us. In real life also, we don't get the situations where we have to prepare and then we have to respond. Sometimes someone will quickly ask us a question of interest in our personal life, and we will have to respond quickly. So that's why it is important that we should regularly participate in table topic session to build our confidence and speak spontaneously. So with this, let's start our today's table topic session. But before starting our table topic session, I would like to say that the timing of our table topic session is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, our timer will show you green card, and at 1.30 seconds, our timer will show you yellow card, and at 2 minutes, you will get a red card. So you will have to speak at minimum of 1 minute and maximum of 2 minutes. So let's start our today's table topic session, and anyone who want to try or participate, and we only have around 5 to 6 members, so everyone will get chance. So I will start with Toastmaster Shubham. So would you like to try? Would you like to, Shubham?
I would love to speak, but let's give chances to other people first, those who have not spoken. I will surely will give time.
Okay. Rishabh?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sure. I'll take this.
Okay, Rishabh. Oh, so that's nice. So anyone, we need to check the time of Rishabh. Okay, Shubham, you will
Yeah, I can do that.
take
I
care
can
of the
do that.
time.
I will do that.
Okay,
Don't worry.
okay, Puneet will take care of the time. So Rishabh, topic for you is that one habit you want to develop this year. You know, we everyone want to change our bad habits into good habits, but do you have do you think about one habit which you want to develop in this year? Over to you, Rishabh. I think he's disconnected. His call is disconnected. So
Yeah.
So we will try later with him once he joined. So now it's Shubham. You can come and speak, or Ria. Okay, Shubham. First, we will go with Shubham and then Ria. It will be your turn. Okay.
I was about to say ladies first, but it's okay. Take it.
So, topic for you is that we know that comfort zone is not good for us. We always try to get out of our comfort zone. But do you see any benefits of staying in comfort zone?
Comfort zone is a very beautiful place where you are creature of your default habits. But the reality is nothing ever grows there. If you want, if you do not want any criticism in your life, do nothing and be nothing. Always stay in your comfort zone. So this is the only benefit which you can derive from being in a comfort zone is you will always avoid that sunlight of criticism. So my dear friends, I totally disagree that that we have any benefit of being in a comfort zone. We should always strive to get better, have a growth mindset, and I have a very small analogy so that you guys can also have fun with that. Imagine, have you ever raise your hand if you ever tried an exercise called plank in gym? Plank. It's a very common exercise. Yeah. So initially, when you start performing it, 1 minute seems like an eternity. Although we are not bogged down by anything heavy, but our own body compels us and makes us think this 1 minute is a torture. I want to get away with it. But with time, you all grow out of that comfort zone, and that becomes your default comfort zone. That 1 minute I can do it. Either give me more time or put some weight on me. So, and the benefit of being in not a benefit of being in that discomfort zone is you get your core trained, you get done with your lower back pains, you make your posture better. Incorporate in today's life, we are spending 8 to 9 hours sitting with very minimal walking, and life is very comfortable, but our body is not made for these kind of comfort. So my dear friends, any benefit of comfort zone is only you avoid criticism. So please don't spend your much time in that because nothing ever grows here. After a certain time, you must uh, push through the ceiling and get better. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Shubham. I think it was a wonderful uh, how you connected your the plank with this topic is really interesting, and I think we all should we must have learned from you that how you can stay out of your comfort zone. So now I would like to call upon Toastmaster Ria on the stage, and so Ria, are you ready?
Yes, I'm.
Okay. So topic for you is that we all have fear in our life. We all fear from a lot of things in our life, but what is one fear you want to overcome in your life?
Fear is a statement or a feeling which makes you anxious, uncomfortable, and not belonged to a place at the same time. At times, it is what makes you feel that you are behind a lot of people and you are stuck in one place in yourself, in your life. Toastmaster Puran, to answer your question, one fear that I would definitely want to overcome, apart from a lot of others, is to fear raising my hand up in any situation. Raising my hand up to give an idea, even if it sounds stupid to me, naive to me, or will be made fun of in a room full of people. Why do I want to overcome that? I want to overcome that because there have been times when the idea that I have in my head and my two minds are deliberating, should I speak, should I not speak? If you speak, this will happen. If you don't speak, all of that entire time, what I've realized is sometimes the conversation in the room actually go in the direction that my idea was supposed to be. So why not just put the idea on the table and let the people in the room decide if it is worthy to be discussed or not to be discussed? This fear comes with the thought process as simple as you know being you know in a room full of people, you might feel like either you are too to the setting, or maybe you don't know enough to contribute. But even out at those times, just raise up your hand. Even if you are new to Toastmasters, just put your hand up, take up your first table topics, and once the journey starts from there, it is going to improve with each and every step. So, Toastmaster Puran, that is one step, one fear that I would definitely like to overcome and would love to know yours too. Over to you, Toastmaster Puran.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ria, for such a wonderful, speaking about the topic of one fear which you want to overcome. And I think this fear is common for most of the people, that we want to raise our hands, but we don't raise our hands. So I think it is related to most of us. And when we raise our hand, when we, develop this skill of raising our hand, we also improve, and we our confidence boosted lot. So thank you, Toastmaster Ria. So now I would request Toastmaster Rishabh to come upon the stage, and your topic for you is that one habit you want to develop this year.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Puran. And yeah, before that, like first of all, very sorry, like I got my network crash and I had to drop. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we understand.
so one thing that I like. Sorry, could you please repeat?
One habit you want to develop this year.
Okay, so habit first of all, uh, like there are many habits, like obviously like positive habits. Like many people must be thinking that they want to inculcate in their daily lives, be it sports related activity, their fitness related activity, be their learning related activities. So for me personally, like one thing I think related to fitness would be this year, my goal is like to be more active towards my fitness journey, as uh, I want to share one story that previously, like, because of my lazy routine and all work, no play, I had gained a lot of weight, because of which, like, so after that, like, my mindset changed. Like, I see a lot of people, young people, be it old people, they are actively involved in physical fitness. So because of that, like, I thought, like, I should also start. And so this year, like I am also planning to be regular in gym, and also I started with small runs. And yeah, hopefully like I will be regular, and yeah, like I'm also planning to do half marathon. Like I'll start with that. And yeah, thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shubham, and thank you for sharing with us your one habit which you want to develop. And I think this is one of the best habit which we can develop in our life, which is fitness. Because everything, I believe that everything is go through fitness. If you are fit, if you are active, you can do anything in your life. But if your fitness is not good, your mindset will also not be positive, and you will lose lot of opportunity in our life. Because fitness, if you are not active, you will just be lazy, you will just think, you will think negatively, and it will affect your professional and personal life also. So I think it's one of the good habit which we all should develop in our life. Thank you, Toastmaster Rishabh. So now I request our TMOD Sourindra to come upon the stage, and I will give you a topic. Yeah. So topic for you is that, which is harder, waking up early in the morning or sleeping early? Which is harder for you, waking up early in the morning or sleeping early at night?
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, topic master. What is, it depends, but today where IPL is on, we are forced to sleep late. Not that I am a very early sleeper, but yes, the cricket matches become so engrossing that I tend to move later into a sleeping mode. Getting old also is something which is a very major problem, which I must tell you, young people. That is, the period for your sleep, it actually reduces. So if you sleep early, you tend to get up in between after about 4 or 5 hours and then find it very difficult to sleep. The other aspect, and I must tell you this because I was a very early riser and I would spend a lot of time on doing exercises, doing my work, and also in the job that I had, I needed to attend to calls from places in Australia and stretch to European timings till the end of the day. So maybe I had a much bigger working time in which I had to do all this. But today, having retired and generally being a person who spends time doing my own things, I find the excuse of the IPL to keep me awake. Otherwise, reading is my passion, and maybe late in the evening, I find it very comfortable because where my family has settled down and I have time to myself. So, to your question, today I am a late sleeper and a late riser. Let's see how long that life goes on. Thank you very much for a lovely topic. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Shorinder, for sharing your experience with us. And I think whatever you said, we must have learned something from your experience. And I think, yes, there are a lot of distractions in these days, that why we do not able to sleep early at night. Like sometime it's IPL, and there are a lot of other things we want to watch on OTT, and there are a lot of other platforms. And I think because of all those things, our habits gets changed, and now we just sleep late and wake up late, and it's we are just building a lot of bad habits in our life. Thank you, Toastmaster Shorender. So now I request Toastmaster Puneet to come on the stage, and I will give you a topic. Toastmaster Puneet, topic for you is that is perfection help us or it stop us? Perfection is good or bad? What do you think? It helps us or it stops us?
Year 2019, I was in the training campus of Infosys, the beautiful campus of Maso, and first time I attended a Toastmaster meeting there. One email popped up, and I thought it's maybe something, and I exactly don't know what will happen there. And into the first meeting, when I reached, they had invited a stand-up comedian, Raj Shekhar Mamidan, and I thought it is a stand-up comedy class because he was giving a session how to add humor in our speeches. And at that time, I wanted to be a good speaker like them. In next few meetings, they had contests, they had different kind of things, but I wanted to be a good speaker like them. But I was thinking, I cannot even speak a single sentence in English. I feel difficult to explain my things to my colleagues or my friends who don't know Hindi language, because in South India, a lot of people from different states and they don't know Hindi. So it was a bit difficult for me to have conversation with them. And I was thinking that I will join Toastmaster or I will do something when I become good at it. And my dear friend, that is the trap of perfection. If you wait for something to start when you become perfect or good at it, then I'm sorry to say that you will never start. The learning and growth happens in starting and becoming better into these skills day by day. So from that point of time, it took me 1 year to decide. And in 2020, when I got opportunity to join Toastmasters in here in Chandigarh, I just directly jumped into that and said, I will no longer wait. And I nominated myself to be a charter member of Infosys Mohali Toastmasters Club. And from there, the journey is continue. I spent more than 6 years in this Toastmaster. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you wait for perfection to start something, it is just a myth. You need to start and you will become better in the process.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Puneet. It was a wonderful speech, and I think we all will agree with you that perfection is a trap. And I have also experienced this in my life. Started the Toastmaster journey that always I try to be perfect, and then and only then I would I would take the role as a speaker or as a TMOD or any role in my life, in my Toastmaster journey. But as I experience in Toastmaster meeting, I got to know that you don't need perfection. You just need to take role and deliver whatever you can deliver. And in this way, you can grow fast and you can grow fast. So thank you, Toastmaster Puneet. And now let's go back to our TMOD of our meeting, Toastmaster Sourindra. Thank you.
Thank you and welcome our new member, our new guest to the meeting. Welcome, young person. Love you. So I left you with the point where Arvind was offering 1,000 rupees and the old gentleman refused and said, just buy one because the others have to be given to the other and hungry people. So Arvind took out a 1 rupee coin and handed it over to the old man, who gave him one idli. When Arvind ate it, he found it was the tastiest food he had ever had. And that's when he realized how important this old man was to the society. But Arvind still had a doubt in his mind, and he asked Grandpa or Anna, "Can I ask you something?" And the old man smiled and said, "Of course, go ahead." "Don't your children object the way you're wasting money?" Anna smiled and took out his mobile, rang a number. The number was Anna's son in America. The first thing that Arvind heard was, "Appa, did you sell the idlis? Are you fine? What did the doctor say?" Anna laughed and said, "I'm fine. A young man came today and heard the story. He could see his son on that video smiling as he saw Arvind. Arvind heard his son from US telling him, 'Thank you, sir. Please take care of my father. We send 50,000 rupees every month for the idlis. It's his wish. That's our blessing. His vows is our vow.' At this, the son exited from the call and said, 'See, son, my children have also taken the vow. Even after I die, this basket won't stop. 1 rupee idli won't stop.' Today, in 2027, the old man is no more. He passed away last year at the age of 79. Before dying, he held Arvind's hand and said, 'Son, take care of the basket. Keep the promise.' But before I go further, I request our general evaluator, Toastmaster Ria, to take over the third section of the meeting, the evaluation section, to take the meeting forward. Over to you, Toastmaster Ria.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sourindra. It's been an interesting and fulfilling session, as I would say, because of the storyline that we've been hearing from our Toastmaster of the day, from our speaker, and the table topic speakers. We'll go into a detailed evaluation as we progress. The first would be the speaker's evaluation, and the speaker for today was Toastmaster Shubham, who will be evaluated by Toastmaster Puneet. So over to you, Toastmaster Puneet, for the speaker evaluation.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful speech we have heard today. So, first few things I would like to compliment to the speaker. First thing, he started the speech with a quote, and that is a wonderful way to start a speech. It hooked every one of us into the speech. The second thing I would like to compliment on, that is his body language. So when he was telling us to imagine a cabinet of 5 feet or looking through the files, his hand movements and the body language was apt to the mark, and we can imagine what he was doing in his office. Third thing that I would like to highlight, that was the choice of words and humor in his speech. So one point of time, I have heard these rhyming words like sound to hear, but dust to bear, and some there also. So that is one of the amazing things you can add into your speech, where you have ending sentence with rhyming words. And that was really amazing. It is the, I would say, the identity of a great speaker. But few things I would like to highlight that speaker may work upon. First thing, when we are having a conversation, so like this and this, so in the between, you just look on that side itself. in between, if you look onto the camera, it may a little bit, it may feel like odd, I would say, according to me. So if you are talking to the person, we straight complete one sentence and the second sentence. So that's how the conversation goes. In the between, I have observed that it was a bit missing. And some point of time, like when you were talking, so little bit of unappropriate, I would say. I am not able to put the right word, but it's little bit odd, because when you are talking something, you see up and here into just a part of second and come back. So that can be avoided. And the third thing, I would like to, it is my personal observation, how I would like to do. Your speech had great transition. You had the story, then you shared in between the lessons or the points, and at the end you shared the climax. But if I would have to modify this speech a bit, so first I would share the story, the problem of that. Then into the middle, I will go the transaction, and the climax I will share, and then share the points or lesson at the end. So that could be a bit better version. So into the middle, if we are hearing the 3 points to remember or 5 points you can do into the conversation. So I thought the speech is ending, but the real solution came at the end. So that may be a bit of restructuring would work. Other than that, he has closed the speech with the quote again. So it can be a circular closing with John F. Kennedy. And he shared the points to remember, like 3 or 5 points. So that was great into any speech, that you share the important points what members or audience can remember. So with this note, to conclude, it was a great speech. If you can work upon these 2-3 points, your speech can become the next level. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Puneet, for that detailed evaluation. We'll come to that more in terms of the general evaluation later. First, we'll go around the table for the tag teams report, and we'll start with the timer, Toastmaster Rishabh.
Thank you, Toastmaster here. So yeah, I'll everybody was amazing today. Heard a lot of lovely speeches and really great table topics. So I'll share my screen to share the time report. Uh, yeah. So yeah, so for the prepared speeches, Toastmaster Shubham, he took 8 minutes of 30 seconds time. For the table topic, Toastmaster Puneet, 2 minutes 31 seconds. Toastmaster Sourindra, 2 minutes 19 seconds. Toastmaster Riya, 2 minutes 18 seconds. Toastmaster Shubham, 2 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster Rishabh, 1 minute 44 seconds. And for the evaluation part, Toastmaster Puneet, 3 minutes of 40 seconds. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. And over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rishabh, for the timing, for keeping us on time. And we'll now move to the our counter for the day. Toastmaster Shubham, over to you.
Thank you. As I have joined from the another device, can I get a thumbs up that my sound is coming clear? Okay, thank you. So here is the CRPF report, Crutchford's reparative and pause fillers. And I have divided it into 4 segments: A, B, C, D. A is for Alfonso, B for bombastic, C for charismatic, and D for distinguished. So distinguished Toastmaster Sourindra is in the charismatic category because he used very less of the points. Only crutch words the crutch he was relying upon was but. General evaluator Ria, you are in the bombastic category, and your crutch, your pet peeve of a crutch is and but. Apart from that, a repetitive I found was or in your speech. And lastly, a pause filler by the sound of like when you are completing a word or phrase, a sound is a bit extra, which can be cutted. Toastmaster Puneet, You are also in the bombastic category. Puneet relied on the crutch of but and. And the repetitive he relied on is they and I. They was being repetitive. I could have also given the examples where you could have or sample, but for the paucity of time, I am just going through it. Toastmaster Rishabh. I couldn't hear him because at that time I got disconnected, and then when I joined, he was in his speech. So no recommendation for him. He is in the distinguished category. Toastmaster Puran. Puran, you are in the Alfonso category. Your most used crutch are and so, and they were repeated more than 5 times, both of them. And again, we are not left with anyone else. So this was my CRPF report. Hope to see you next time. Again, thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shubham, for a very unique report that you've delivered. So let's start on the general evaluation segment for today. Toastmaster Rishabh, could you please time me for 4 minutes? Let me show me a green at 2, 3, and green, red, green, yellow, and red at 2, 3, 4, respectively.
Sure, sure.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. I'll start. Today we started the meeting 3 minutes late, but the start was amazing. Toastmaster Shubham, again, a big thank you to you for stepping up, picking up this our role on the spot, and delivering it with so much finesse. This was the first time, probably the first time or among a very few times that I've seen somebody open the SaaS script in a very personalized fashion. Usually it's a script that people read from the screen, and that's how the meeting gets started. After a very long time, also what I saw was you clapping to start the meeting. This is something that we should again start, because usually the offline meetings start by the clap. Although in here, what we were doing is we usually start with the starting off with the mission statement of Toastmasters. But a great start to the meeting. Thank you so much for that, for bringing in that energy on a Saturday morning. We'll move on to the presiding officer, who was Toastmaster Puneet, distinguished Toastmaster Puneet. And DTM Puneet, as usual, you did a fantastic job introducing everybody, getting to for the club members, getting to know the people who have joined from outside to outside Blue Quest, and welcoming them. So that was a great gesture. Moving on to the Toastmaster of the day today. Toastmaster of the day had a very inspiring story, which from the title wasn't as evident, but the way it unfolded, it really brought us all together in its entirety, on how that person with selling 100 idlis for each of rupee 1 came together, and how he did not just it did not end with him. He made his kids carry it forward. So those kind of gestures are rare in today's world. In the past few months, we've seen hatred all around us in different versions of it, being geopolitics, bombs, etc. But the act of kindness is very rare to find nowadays, and you bringing it in front of all of us was nothing less than inspiring. And as usual, you had a great transition between segments. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Sourindra, for that. We'll move on to the table topic master, Toastmaster Puran. I think you did have some network connectivity issues, and but even because of apart from that, sorry, the topics that you gave were fairly welcoming to each and everyone. They were not very usual ones, but not very hard. So they were a good combination of a topic which you could expect in a Toastmasters meeting, wherein you have all the Toastmasters and no guest. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Puran. Just one small suggestion for you would be, since you were on video, and there were slight internet connections, just make sure you're sitting in a place which is lit, well lit, for today, it felt that it was a little dark. That is just one suggestion, but not pertaining to your role. Mm, The last, the wood segment wherein we had general evaluation. So I'll come. First was the table. First was the speaker evaluation by Toastmaster Puneet. And Toastmaster Shubham, I agree to whatever suggestions Toastmaster Puneet has shared for you. The speech, all in all, was a great delivery, and you had a great message built into it. Just a few suggestions that Toastmaster Puneet has shared will help you refine the speech and take it to the next level. So, all the best, and we'll look forward to hearing more from you. And our evaluator used the CRC approach, so that was again a commendable thing. The best thing about our evaluator today was he gave examples of where what needs to be worked on. It was not a blanket statement of things like usually people say your posture was not right, you didn't use voice modulation, but there are no examples to it of where am I supposed to use that. So Toastmaster Puneet, you did a good job with putting in the examples and highlighting the area specifically where the speaker has to work on. So thank you so much. For my tag team, Toastmaster Rishabh, a fantastic job for keeping us all on time. And Toastmaster Shubham, I am seriously in awe of your creativity, of how you bring a new flavor to an existing script, be it in terms of SA, be it in terms of your AHC introduction or your report delivery. ABCD or CRPF, these are the two words that will stay with us for a very long time. This is a new element, and please keep on bringing those new elements to the meeting. We'll love to cherish them. With that, I conclude my report. It was a great meeting, a refreshing, inspiring one with all of you. And I hand over the stage back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sourindra.
Thank you, TM Ria. As usual, you were so good. And the way you emoted all the feelings in all the speeches was brilliantly done. Thank you very much. Friends, now to complete my theme today. Today, if you go at about 3 a.m. in the morning, at the same bench at the Chennai Central Railway Station, Arvind is always there. Basket full of idlis, 1 rupee per idli. Arvind actually didn't quit his job, but he gave 2 hours every morning to the idlis post his night shift. His company has also joined his effort. They have 200 staff at that location, and each one contributes 100 rupees per month for the 1 rupee Idli Trust. And that 12-year-old boy that I spoke about, Ganesh, is now in class 10. He studies, and in the evening joins Arvind to help. And he still says, Anna, I have also taken the vow. When I grow big, I will do this too. Friends, earning money is great, but using money to earn merit, that to me is greatness. If you have children at home, keep a small saving box and put 1 rupee into the box every day. Ask them to drop that 1 rupee daily into that box. 30 rupees a month. With that, buy for someone who is hungry. Because 30 rupees may be just a pizza corner expense for you. But for everyone else, it means 30 days of food. Take a vow. Feed at least one hungry person. I believe money will come, merit will stay. The basket may be empty, and yet your heart will be full with this just one rupee a day. Thank you very much for hearing this story, which is actually Arvind's story. Now, to close the meeting, may I request our President, Distinguished Toastmaster Puneet Sharma, to give his learnings as well as give his address to the club. Over to you, Puneet.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, raise your hand if you got the goosebumps. I got when I heard that this a 12-year boy joins that moment, and at the end, I felt really amazing. So it is inspiring for me, at least. It is very, very inspiring. A few months back, when I delivered a speech into this club, and DTM Rupinder said you should deliver this speech as a TEDx speech. And I was thinking I'm not worthy enough, or I don't have worthy stories to share into Joe's talk or TEDx stage. But I have that dream that someday I will deliver a speech into Joe's talk or TEDx. So now I think this story I can deliver if I learn and I prepare a speech around that. It will be a worthy story on the TEDx stage. But yes, I will connect to you, sir, for the later. If I get opportunity to deliver a speech onto the TEDx for the mentoring purpose. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining this meeting, and especially Toastmaster of the Day, DTM Sourindra, for this inspirational story. And it is really, I would say, it is very rare to hear this kind of sessions or stories into a Toastmaster of the Day. It is really amazing. Thank you so much for each and every uh, story you share, and these small moments or this big inspirational story for everything. Thank you so much, our guest, Toastmaster Shubham and Pooran, and Toastmaster Ria and Rishabh also for joining the meeting, and you have did a great job. Uh, I have a few things to add up upon, maybe just a kind of feedback, but I will share that later part. Uh, but first, let us hear the feedback from our guest. So Pooran, I think he left. We have only Shubham. So Shubham, it's your chance. I request you to please come up on the stage and share how you liked about the meeting and if you have any feedback for us.
Thank you once again, distinguished Toastmaster Puniji, for this wonderful opportunity. The meeting went very well. It was very well conducted, started on time. I got prompt message from you, the caretaker of the club, which I can figure out from today's meeting. And each and every thing went fine, but it's just I was looking for the grammarian or the language person who would take care of our language. And I played some, but was wearing multiple hats, so uh, I was looking for those role players as well. But the theme and all the role players, the evaluation, the general evaluation, the auxiliary role players, each and every role player put their best, whatever they could have done. So that is what kept me hooked till this point, and I learned a lot from distinguished Sourindra ji and everyone. So all in all, 100 out of 100 from my side, and I will again try to come back whenever my time permits. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shubham, for these kind words. Now, this floor is open for our club members also. If you have anything to share, DTM Sourindra, Riya, or Rishabh. So if you want to share anything.
So, first of all, I want to share that the story which Toastmaster Sorin shared. So, it was very inspiring to see the man selling 1 rupee idli and taking the legacy forward. Yeah, really commendable on sharing that story. And also another point I want to share is so previous meeting I had taken this role of our counter, and I see today now like Toastmaster Shubham has given a whole new touch to that role. So I'm amazed to see like how like we can present even in such a unique way and very interesting way. So yeah, like thank you Toastmaster Shubham for like taking up this role and uh, doing so much of justice to it. So yeah, like yeah, learned a lot of things today. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, Shubham, please.
Am I allowed to now leave the meeting if it's fine?
Yes. Just one thing I wanted to add up, like into the feedback section. So I was taking. So uh, you have shared into the beginning. It is CRPF. So as a R counter thing, this C crutch and repetition and fine. But PF, this pause filler is not one word. It is two words. So P means
Yeah.
pauses and F for filler. So pauses, like if anybody takes a short or longer pauses in at inappropriate places. So, for example, I say, my name is Puneet, I take pause and I say, I am a Toastmaster. So, into at full stop, if I take pause, then fine. But if I take in between or unintentional pause or I forget something, then that pause can be counted in a counter and F for filler, as you all know, like a woman. So, these are two different things. Okay. So, that
Sure,
I
sure, sure.
wanted to add up on that. And now, yeah,
And
it's fine.
will I be able to see the recording of my speech if it's
Yes.
recorded?
I will share that. I will share that with you. I have recorded. It will save in my computer, and I will share it. Okay.
Sure,
Thank
sure,
you
sure.
so much. Now,
Thank
if
you.
anybody have anything else to share, okay, totally fine. Thank you so much. And now the meeting number 778 of Bluepest is officially closed now. Thank you so much and have a great weekend. And thank you so much, Surendra sir, for this great, inspiring story. I am really amazed. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye bye. Thank
Bye bye. God bless.